Enjoy your meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're ready.
Yeah. Wait. There's your American flag.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
let's call to order the public service meeting at 6 p.m. And if Reese, you know roll call?
I got roll call, yep.
All righty. And if Dawn, you want to say the pledge?
Well, because your hands are already on.
It's already you're ready to go. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, so the approval of the minutes from 5/19/2025.
I motion to approve.
You're on.
Dawn, no worries. Dawn has made a motion to approve.
Is that for,
It's,
is that for one or both?
I just did the one, the 5/19.
519 is what you said, right?
5/19.
Second.
Jim seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess I will abstain because I wasn't here. And any comments on the minutes from 7/21/2025? Or does someone want to make a motion?
Motion to approve.
By Stacy
I'll second.
and second by Dawn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any not? Okay. Doesn't look like we have any public appearances. And we can go straight to presentations.
We don't have any presentations.
Okay, and then let's move then to 7.1, the discussion items. The past public service committee recognition for our past members. Are any of them on Zoom?
I know I heard from Mike today that he was not going to attend, and no, we do not have anyone else on Zoom.
Okay, so we do want to recognize for their past service and completing their term on the committee, ending in May 2025, Mike McHugh, Matthew Hayden, and Mackenzie Lucius. So I wasn't here, but I'm sure we expressed their gratitude for everything that they've done, especially in the help of the 2029 Comprehensive Outdoor Recreation Plan, the launch of the Parks Concepts Planning Initiative, and just basic general oversight and input on the various streets, trails, and parks and updates. So with all that said, I guess we will move on to the next item.
That's nice that you're doing that.
I also want to say appreciation, also note, not necessarily for the certificate, but they are also part of the conversation about mountain biking and the conservation. I think even disc golf entered in there at some point. I'm not positive about that one.
And I couldn't,
I thought it was started. I thought it was started after disc golf.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
it
that's
was
what
started
got
after
heard of.
disc golf.
Yep.
Definitely the mountain bike is part of that discussion.
Wildlife management too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
And was one or two on fluoride too that we had. So
Yep.
they handled some controversial topics.
Very good
They
point.
all, they're all prepared every time they came, so.
Great. Okay. 7.2, the discussion on the 2026 to 2030 capital improvement plan. Guess you're up, Greg.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys looked at the slideshows or not, but I've got it on TV behind us. We'll just kind of go through the project plan for next year. So we're looking at it. Total project under management, like 14 million that over $14 million worth of projects, which includes different projects at the fire department, which will go through parks and trails, streets. And then we'll have some TID projects as well. Water and sewer utilities, storm utility work. We'll go through those here next. So fire and EMS capital items, we have some facilities maintenance projects that we'd like to complete. The Village of DeForest owns the building. Some of you might think the fire department owns it, but it's actually the Village of DeForest owns the building. So we maintain the building. So what I would like to do is, back in like 2020, 21, I wanted to seal the concrete in the apparatus bay. As you can see in this first picture here, there's a lot of cracking in there, and we wash the trucks. I should say the fire department washes the vehicles a lot. So there's a lot of water going over that concrete. And if we can prevent water from going down in the cracks, that's going to prolong the life of that concrete. So that'll seal the concrete up. And then looking at, so this building was built in like 96, I believe. The bathrooms are outdated. So this year at the police department, I kind of did a test run. We redid their bathroom, one bathroom, did epoxy flooring over this tile, and it looks great. So then we'll get a new paint job and new toilet and vanity, kind of spruce things up on new ceiling tiles. It's really dingy and dirty. Then we've got a decontamination room for the firefighters and EMS. If we have a significant call, we have to go into these shower rooms, which are in the apparatus bay, which are cold, and they're always just nasty. So if we can epoxy them, put the whiteboard, it'll go over the drywall so you can spray it down, clean it. New tiles, brighten it up in there. It'll be used more frequently, and we'll put some heaters in there because right now they have just one tile that's like a heat plate, and that's the only heat in there.
Hot water.
There's hot water, yeah, but the room is cold, so nobody's gonna use it if they're gonna be cold.
We'll just wait for questions until.
Oh, we
so,
can-
we can do it while
Yeah.
we're going through.
Yeah.
So the 250,000, have you gotten a bid on all of that already?
I've gotten estimates, high,
Estimates?
yeah,
So this is the high estimate?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
okay.
So when we go out for bid,
Mhm,
I'm hoping it'll come down.
Okay.
So they estimated 20 to 25,000 for the bathrooms
okay.
each. So, and then the floor is 100,000.
Timeline on the floor.
As far as timeline, how long it would take. So it would be like 3 days, so that we'd do it in sections,
Yeah.
just so we can keep the trucks in the apparatus bays.
Yeah.
We just rotate them out or move them from one end to the other. Which the company that I have been working with actually did the police department's floor in their apparatus bay, and they did a great job.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'd be probably May through October, the time frame that they would come. I'd go out for bid, because it's over 25,000, so we have to bid out the project, so I'd go out for bid early in January. Try to get the best bids as possible. And as long as I can keep it open-ended for timeline, that they can do it at their leisure and I get better prices.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. So then underneath general government items, we got holiday lights. We've heard from trustees that they'd like to see different Christmas lights on our poles. We've they were 2018 when we last purchased them. So we're looking at,
Is that for all of
pricing.
them?
Yeah, there's,
Placing them all?
I counted it, there's 47 of them.
Wow.
They cost,
I thought there was 42, but then I went out and counted and there's 47, so,
Wow, I didn't realize we had that many.
yeah.
So the trustees have been hearing from a lot of residents.
Yeah.
That they want this, so then we had this discussion at the village board meeting. At our last one.
Yeah,
is there anything special they have to do to install those, or is that just kind of,
so we've got plates that are on the poles that we already pre-mounted.
Yeah.
So we just slide them on in and it's pretty slick once we have the bracket on.
Now, what
Takes
did
a
we
couple
do
minutes.
This year, this season, this,
No, so we would order them for, it'd
next
be
year?
26 Christmas season.
And like switching to LEDs.
Yep, so our lights now are LED, and so if we were to get new lights, I would put those on Wisconsin surplus, which we could probably get pretty good money for them, cause they'll go pretty quick. And I'd put a reserve on them too, so we get the most.
Curious though, what do people want in new lights though? It's
Just
brighter?
different designs. Cause we got the same light on every pole.
I would say I have not heard that from residents, but I know part of the discussion is that I guess we used to be pretty elaborate with our lighting display, so I think people are missing that.
I personally have not heard that either as a trustee. It was the other trustees had brought that forward. But I too have not heard that, but you're right, we used to have really. I
Really
Yeah,
remember being.
color, these are all the white,
Yeah.
you know.
that
We
was
had
so
some
cool.
great ones, yeah.
So once, if it passes the budget, we'll obviously bring ideas to the, committee and the board and get everybody's input.
And so the 45,000, is that before surplus, the Wisconsin
Yeah.
surplus?
Yeah, that doesn't count for surplus, 'cause I'd hope to get couple hundred bucks for each, hopefully.
Good. And then include the election stuff too.
No, so this is a little outdated, but there's 15,000 in this line item for election items that need to be purchased for next year. So it'd be up to 60. And then there's actually another 24,000 for lighting for the library. Which I don't have updated on this one, but it was in the facilities maintenance line budget. So I was told to put it in the CIP.
They have 15,000 for the voting election things. That's because we're adding a third location.
Yeah,
And where are we doing the lights in the library?
so we've started, kind of on the north end where the children's areas are the last couple years, or 2 years ago, which was actually last year. This year, we're doing the rest of the main level,
Oh,
which
okay.
is to the south here. And then next year, I'm gonna let the library pick, like, do they want to do the basement first for new lighting or the mezzanine area? Because it's, the lighting over there isn't all LED, and I've
Right.
been getting, I'm gonna be getting, credit from, was that Energy Star?
Okay. Start Energy.
I can't remember the company, but they'll give us credits
Okay.
towards, the lighting.
I would just like to say, the voting area is dingy with the lighting in there.
Yeah,
They really need to improve that. It just seems. I had Mrs. Mackey, but Mr. Mackey, pretty much runs it. And it's dark. Yeah, I know. We're in the dungeon. It's sort of like, it feels like it's just dark. It feels cramped, except for a few lights around, sort of walk in. And the stage area is not well lit.
Yeah, this has been something in the making because I remember when I was on the library board, they were talking about the lighting and back then. So it's good that we're going ahead and doing this.
mhm.
Getting it
I've
done.
just kind of been breaking it up to make it
Yeah.
These would be
manageable.
like LED tube lights then, or?
No, so they're 2x2 panels, and they're all LED, and you can actually change the frequency of like brightness in them.
You can make it sun or warm.
Yeah. So that's kind of nice. And I'm gonna guess they're gonna want to do the basement because they've been talking about it. Part of this year's lighting project was, which hasn't been done yet. They're gonna add some track lighting in the basement by that stage.
What do you think for public speaking would be better?
Those are kind of those, and then park projects. We're looking into the possibility of 3 new park projects. Park impact fees will be used along with borrowing. Right now, we have like a popularity contest with our parks. Only because it's being voted on by residents on like, hey, what parks do you want to start with? So Conservancy Commons Park, Shane O'Donnell and Rivers Turn Park are kind of the top 3. Now the board can change what parks we do, but for 1.3 million, those are the 3 parks we could do.
Yeah, and that survey closes after next week, so we extended it a week since we moved the Park and Connect to next Thursday, so I think it closes next Friday or maybe the Sunday or something like that.
Mhm.
I'm not telling you it's been out by me, but the area is almost filled up with houses around the area.
Yeah.
Close, there was like 3 or 4 go, and they started digging 2 more holes. No, there's like 8 new homes that have just gone up over the summer.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you can
intriguing.
see where it's gonna go, but it's just sort of, it's like, what is that? I'm like, that's the park.
Right,
There's a park, that's the park.
yeah.
You just have to imagine park
Right.
in between all these giant homes now.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to get Rivers Turn done, get that park in before all the houses are done, completed. Veterans,
Can I add something, or maybe it's more of enough for me?
sure.
And I do agree with, say, like the Rivers Turn, or really the new Rivers Turn, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm a little bit more hesitant about the Conservancy Commons one. I can see the need to like upgrade the splash park, but I worry about the perception as far as expanding the current playground. Is, I don't know, I hear occasionally that we're focused too much in that area and we keep improving stuff. And to improve a park that, say, is to me relatively new compared to other ones, I just worry if we're gonna get backlash from that.
Yeah, we can definitely, as we go into design of these parks, once we get a clear consensus on what parks we want to do, we can definitely look into that and, not add playground, but just do the concrete splash pad portion.
I'm just curious, so that's up from me, I know where it is. But now with the new buildings on River Road, so the new development that the high-end condos, and then down the street at the bottom of the hill, they're putting a huge amount in. Are they getting anything, or are they gonna have to come up there to go? They wanna go to a splash pad. The reason I'm saying is it's probably close to like 500 to 600 people. So, and there's already no parking at Conservancy Commons, really.
It's true, parking is a problem there.
Well, the other problem, and no one I think thought of it, and I always bring this up, and I told Jane myself about this, is as you're coming around it, people park right there in that divider area, so there's one car lane, you have to quickly move over. I wish what we could do is put a sign saying, our links down at least, because someone's car is gonna,
I'm talking about an innovation.
yeah,
Yeah.
really.
No,
Park, everyone parks right next to us, so you gotta go like this really quick.
Mm,
few years ago, I know we extended that, had a ordinance change to extend that no parking there, but that was
Oh,
Chiefs.
talk about it in planning and zoning and other things too. That's also a bit of the purpose, is this cars down.
I just think like a 12-foot difference would be a little better, because some of them are big. The other problem is some of these with all the movers and that, they're parking right there, and to get around, you gotta really be careful.
Yeah, The development down on River Road though, that is gonna have a park, in there as well. So there will be a mini park that will be in the, development and then also along the interstate, we'll be looking to, put in a disc golf course. So there will be plans for those as well. I
And-
think
and
hopefully trails that would all connect, over from the River Road Trail that connect back in.
And isn't there something, isn't there gonna be a rec area for that development for the people that live there?
Yeah,
And maybe a pool?
I don't know about a
I
pool.
think it's just a rec building. I don't
Oh,
know if
A
there's a pool
community
there.
center, I
Yeah.
think, for that
It did
neighborhood.
say a pool at one
Oh, yeah, there is a pool.
Oh, is there?
I just think there was a
There-
pool, so then.
Yeah, it's kind of.
That's
towards
kind of
the
nice.
front.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that gonna be in the big condos or the other one?
no, the big development by
By the
Norway
church.
Grove Church.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, the community like house is supposed to be closer to River Road than inland, like it's not inset. However you say it.
Yeah, they're starting to build on it right now.
Are those
actually.
condos or the apartments?
It's a
Apartments.
mixture, isn't it?
I thought
That was
they were all
apartments,
apartments.
all apartments.
They're like condo style though. They're like townhouses.
Sort of like conservative.
They'll have garages,
Yeah.
Yeah.
connected garages. So they're kind of like more townhouses, but I mean, they can be like a flat, some of them will be a flat, like one upstairs, one unit upstairs and one unit downstairs, but then some will be up and down. They're gonna have different floor plans.
Where did the 1.3 come from? I mean, there's 3 parks, so.
There are estimates that
Is
we received.
Conservancy Commons probably has the bulk of this.
Um,
1.3.
they were all right around 300 to 400,000.
Each one of them.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. Looking at Veterans Park, parking lot resurfacing, that's getting in rough shape. I'd like to get that completed. Trailside Drive roof replacement, the shelter there needs a new roof.
Where is that?
It's off of V, so you know where Parks Automotive is? So if you keep going west towards the food court, Trailside Drive is right before the curve.
I'm
She
on
lives on
Trailside.
Trailside, so it's right there, that
Oh,
building
right by Hilltop, right across the street from
Um,
Hilltop Drive.
where
It's the shelter
where the
that
road
goes to the-
tees, Hilltop comes into
Oh,
Trailside, that building right
yeah.
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That needs a new roof, and this price, the 45,000 is a metal roof. Metal roofs will last,
Lot longer,
50,
lot longer.
60 years, maybe more, hopefully. So athletic complex, storage room expansion, so, we're looking to expand, to add more storage for having all of our freezers in one location. Right now, we have freezer space up in our, shed, which is quite a walk for the concessions folks to grab a bunch of food and bring it down.
We play musical freezers every weekend.
Yeah. Have it all right there.
Even if freezers there. Site like the,
There's not enough room in our current like storage area behind like in the concession house. So we have one freezer in there and one fridge. And then for food storage. And then we have 4 beverage coolers. But we wouldn't be able to fit anything else down there. So we have 3 big box coolers for food up in the storage area that we store basically all of our overflow food in there that then we go through every weekend and we have to refill them. So it's a lot of moving pieces and moving things around.
This is adding to the building, not just adjusting walls.
Yeah, just adding, we'd have to add a frost wall. It'd be underneath the same roof line, so we won't have to add any roof. It's only like 10 or 12 feet. So right now on the south side of the building, there's a storage room. That'll stay there. We'll basically we'll add to the south of that, like 10 more feet, which will now be the storage room, and the storage room now will be the freezer room, basically, or the concession storage room. Seems easy, but Comes with a price tag.
It's a price.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper than adding to the actual stadium,
Yeah,
building onto that. I just wanted to ask because
I'd say I'm happier with that than what I thought you were talking about, because I thought you were talking about, say, adding to the pole shed or something.
um,
You know, I volunteered there. It's really cool.
Mhm.
And after talking, it made me think afterwards that, you know, with Quick Trip sponsoring it, like, why doesn't Quick Trip just like put a Quick Trip there, you know?
We got no control over that.
well,
Yeah.
Blazers.
Right?
basically, they're gonna pay for the storage room, so that's probably what we'll end up using is, so they gave us 400,000 for the sponsorship of the place, so that goes towards maintenance and whatever we want to do out there. So,
But that's coming in at 40,000 a year.
Correct.
yeah,
Those
Over
increments
10
over 10
10
years,
years.
yeah.
which is fine.
But
But
that's supposed to also flip the fields when the AstroTurf goes back.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's right. That's a good point. We talked about that.
but we got all the other sponsorships too that we've collected money on
Yeah.
too. So
That's
it's
working.
gonna be to resurface those. It's about 200,000 a field. Only,
It's definitely a balance. I mean, we obviously don't want to try to like spend it all, right? Because if
Yeah.
we can have it accrue interest too, that just makes it so that if we have bigger projects in the future, we're not going to the tax base to say, hey, you need to chip in for this, like repair or
Mhm.
whatnot. But for something like this, that's gonna be for the functionality of the complex, I think it makes sense.
So we've got over 24 miles of asphalt trails that we have to maintain, and growing amount of miles. So every year we're gonna start looking at having $40,000 in the budget for replacing some of these trails. So staff has the last 2 years we've been paving the trails ourselves, which I think they look pretty good. The ones that we've done, like
Yeah.
Liberty Land Park, we did.
They look real good.
Shannon Donald, or not Shannon Donald, Dale Jenkins Park, we paved.
That's a lot of love, right, too?
Oh yeah, and Lord of Love Trail. We've done all that work ourselves
And
and
Western Green.
saved a lot of money.
Really didn't think
Oh,
Western Green
yeah,
was really wearing.
yeah, yeah, especially in the lower area, that's the
Yeah.
worst. So, yeah,
How many miles is $40,000? Get you?
well, we're thinking a half a mile. I mean, we did roughly half a mile this year for like 26,000.
That's asphalt, not any subgrade.
Oh, subgrade, yeah. We paid Tri-County Paving $5,000 to come and grind the asphalt off. And then the base was good, so we didn't have to excavate any gravel or add anything, so.
I just bring that up because like Western Green, I think some of it needs to get fixed, or at least the culverts. be done
It's
before.
getting really,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It's-
definitely.
it's bad.
So when that was paved, it was, we're right down in the marsh. So that's
Mhm.
why it's really bad right there. You could see when they were paving, they were rutting it up as they were paving.
Well,
Just
how long ago
nothing you
did
could
they
do
do
about that.
I was trying to think of that too.
Like 6-7 years ago, I think we redid it.
I think it was right around when I started, when it got done.
I can tell you when I worked,
20,000.
2013, right?
2013.
I worked for Paulson Associates, and that alone was like 12 years ago. Dan remembered when they bid on it as a county project. They didn't get it, but his comment was is that the people that paved it didn't put any base down, so.
I just think saying 2017 or so, and we all look at each other like, it's not like, and it's 8, 9 years.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, not only does it need base, but it needs under drain too. To
Yeah.
actually take the water somewhere.
So we've got library garage garbage surround, garage, garbage surround.
I was about to say, like in the garage.
Yeah, no, not yet.
But they're not getting one.
No. No. So, right now the garbage surround is deteriorating and I've been talking with Brightspeed that owns the building next door and they're all for us moving that towards their building on the north side of the parking lot. And we'll make it a little bit smaller, kind of similar to the one over at, fire department or the one at Fireman's Park. It'll look similar to those.
You say move it, it would stay on village property or share it with? Right.
My goal is to keep it on our property, but in our property line, according to GIS is right at the building, so I'll keep it like a foot off the building. See, I'll get it surveyed first, but I want to keep it as close to the building as possible. Sorry, this is kind of long-winded here. Streets projects.
Yeah.
We've got Acre Parkway reconstruction, so from Main Street to Seminole Way. We'll be reconstructing, that includes all the replacement of utilities, water, sewer, storm, curb and gutter, asphalt and base. That'll be a good project.
And I have personal
Yeah.
concerns about that, just knowing how flat some of those curbs are. That I'm curious if you're gonna put additional storm sewer, or just try to match it again.
Yeah, well, I know they were gonna go survey it soon, so once we get that back, I'll have them look at that.
How do you prioritize these?
So we look at Paisley ratings. So we rate our roads. It's called Paisley rating. And it's a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being brand new, 0 being basically gravel. So right now Acre Parkway in this section is a 4. You know, it's a 3 or 4. But we also look at utilities, the age of the utility, condition. You can't really tell by what the condition of the water main is unless we got a lot of water main breaks, which we've had a few water main breaks there. But the sewer on that section of road is all clay and it's got a lot of protruding laterals and root. So we can't clean it efficiently or televise it efficiently either because the protruding laterals. No, we got actually one stuck in the sewer and we had to dig it up. It was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little tractor on wheels.
Like Roomba or
Almost, yeah. Well,
I can tell you one of my highway projects that if we got any equipment closer than 6 feet to clay tile, we figured we needed to replace it because driving equipment that close to it will break the clay.
yeah, a lot of it's from what we've televised is, you can see lateral cracks in the clay pipe and circumference cracks. So it's gonna at some point break down and then we'll be digging it up anyways. So I'd rather dig it up sooner than later.
after you replace it, what's the life? expectancy?
So plastic pipe that'll, 100 years. 80, I'll say 80 to 100. But yeah.
You won't be here to take the blame.
Right.
Even if it goes in probably 50.
Yeah.
You're right.
No,
Okay.
so we try to do one reconstruction project a year, so that would be the reconstruction project. Resurfacing projects, we've got Baki Drive, Bassett Street and Stokely, which is in our North Industrial Park. I'd finish that whole area off, wouldn't have to touch it for 30 years, hopefully. And then Seminole Way from Mohawk to Old Indian is in rough condition. So we resurface that.
Real quick, so where they have been working on V already, that's pretty much it for the year then, right? We're not gonna do anything new that goes further down by.
No, Saline County is looking at V in 2028 to redo V from Main Street to River Road. And
Parents. 93, 94. We get out and we guess we can suck it out. I don't think we're around by that. So it's
Wasn't.
we
isn't
gotta
it
read.
going- Isn't it going west of Stevenson to, like they're gonna finish to that, or, not to
I thought they
Stevenson?
were gonna resurface.
Yeah, I
all the
thought
way around.
Oh,
Yeah.
east, oh,
Down.
east.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood you. So, yeah, we'll be from Main Street to Hauser this year, which is almost to the roundabouts. And then 2028 is when we'll go from Main Street west to River Road.
We put that on so many times,
They're right by.
every year. It used to be 2022, 2023.
Yeah,
That's gonna kind of rough.
yeah, that'll be all done.
Okay.
Hopefully by middle of October, it'll be completed.
It may be not appropriate here, but pretty much all of Windsor is one of my projects. So that's gonna get resurfaced or reconstructed next year.
Won't be any worse than what they're doing right now.
I should say B Windsor.
I just, I was
North of
surprised.
51, or east of 51.
Then Dane County is going east there on the, towards like where you get, by the creamery, Sassy Cow, way far east. They start at Snowy Owl Court and they go east. I'm not sure what year that's getting built. but-
26.
Is that 26? Yeah,
Next
so
year.
oh, that is yours? Oh. I didn't know that was
On
yours.
the curve there was snowing.
Oh, it's just too busy.
North Cleveland Avenue, from Yahara Street to Park Avenue is a resurface. It's just a small section of road that's deteriorating. And we've got stream bank restoration. We got it. Hopefully I'll do another project, phase 3 for next year. And then
Where do you think that's gonna be?
probably south of Innovation. South of the bridge is my guess, would be phase 3 somewhere. Then we got Quercus Land Stewardship, Yahara River Restoration work that's continuing the 5-year plan for restoring lands up close to the river. So any like making prairie up towards the river, not in the river. So
And will that be in the same area as the stream bank
They-
restoration or?
probably, so they're kind of all over the place. So
They've done a lot
the
of
stream
work.
bank restoration project is gonna probably take care of most of that area, close by.
mhm.
So
Yeah, they've done a lot of work in Western Green.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing.
Is it 250,000 every year? Cause you said this is the,
No, it's gonna change depending on grants and
okay,
what,
I was wondering.
how big the phase is gonna be. We're just estimating 250. I know we were applying for other grants too. So.
Thank you.
Well, here's the maps. This is Seminole Way. Acre Parkway.
Would you do Seminole and Acker at the same time?
My guess is Seminole would probably typically contractor will get in here right away in the spring and resurface it. It all depends on where they want to start, but I would probably not do them at the same time.
Would be-
Let's say it's not preferred, but I think the Seminole, that's gonna be a mill and overlay, so people can travel on it at any
Yeah. Will pulverize, and then pave it.
time.
Yeah.
Will Acre Parkway be kind of like Dennis Drive? Is that what's happening there?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
good for you.
Good and bad.
I'm gonna have to put that bridge in, I've been talking.
So water projects for 26, obviously Acre Parkway, and then we've got an impact fee study. For our rates for our water system. Carol will be working on that. well, 7 test well, on Innovation Drive. So Innovation Drive and Autumn Blaze Trail, there's a lot there that's empty. That's owned by the village for a future well. We're gonna drill a well next year and,
For the tomato cider.
yeah. Yeah. So part of the test well is trying to figure out what the water quality is there too. And how much water we can flow. Williamsburg roundabout, we're gonna be adding a roundabout at Williamsburg Way and Peterson Crossing by Hooper. Sewer projects, Acre and Williamsburg, we'll have to move some sewer around on Williamsburg Way, that roundabout. Stormwaters, the stream bank rehab and Acre. Here's the future well.
Go back.
Blaze Trail and Innovation. Roundabout. TID 7, the Williamsburg Peterson Crossing roundabout is in a TID, so it's not totally covered by taxpayer money. So traffic, so TID 9 will have a traffic impact study for Highway V out by where Bucky's is gonna go. And then we'll have a sanitary sewer line extension on EFCO Circle going north past Culvers from EFCO Circle to, yeah, crossed V. Yeah. Then we're looking at possibly reconstructing Green Acres Lane, which is gravel right now, kind of where the
Places.
dog, yeah, Green Acres Pet Resort is.
By the industrial.
Yep, yep, exactly.
Why? I mean,
There's a lot of development gonna happen out here, and it sounds like it's coming.
the developers help pay for some of this.
Yeah, so it's TID related. So I believe there's, tax increment that, well, we give businesses, but we have money for the TIFs. Like, maybe Jim has a better understanding of TIFs, but
Bill Chang is your guy to
yeah,
explain it.
thank you.
But I
Yeah,
would say every one is different. I don't know how
Yeah.
that's structured, if it,
Right.
how much is incentive for the buildings or how much sometimes we'll just say we'll cover the roads and then they do other things, but
So this big number nine,
so-
oh, I'm sorry, big
I'd say-
number 9 by Bucky's.
and sort of south.
south.
There's that new building that's on the interstate that's to.
Off of Cake Parkway.
But Bucky's is not.
developer.
Bucky's is not in the TID. Yeah, but they're within a half a mile of it, so
I
They
sort
can
of
be
call
included.
like the Evans properties down there. There's. Where was it there? The bike thing. I don't know if it's still there. and There's a
It's
quarry
gone.
there. and
BMX
stuff.
bike.
yeah.
The reason I was asking is with that new hotel going up there, are they gonna be with this to help? Because obviously they're going in because of Bucky's. So, I mean, all this stuff is being built there, so they're all wanting to glean off Bucky's. So if so, I would think we would all have to help with this study. These new businesses, they're gonna be utilizing it. And offering.
Right, but I wouldn't call the hotel as going there because of Bucky's. I think that's just going probably more based on population and location.
And need, 'cause those hotels out there are packed every night from the sounds of it. There's another road that we're looking at.
Well, like with the one too, that like the athletic complex, people coming in for that, that's people needing to stay, and that's why the hotels are getting filled up. Bucky's is kind of a one hit, you're there for a couple hours and then you're gone, back on the road, I
Yeah,
think. So
yeah.
I don't know that many people are gonna stay because of Bucky's at a hotel.
sorry, I'm getting a bit sidetracked, but I mean, we've got the interstate project that just got enumerated, so there's gonna be like 20 years of work on the interstate, so. That would be a good reason to be building hotels right now. So
So the sanitary line, EVCO, that's going over B and back behind Culvers.
Yeah,
Is there's plans for what going back there, houses?
so there's
apartments?
kind of multifamily apartments and similar
Mhm.
products, what we have going on, by Fleet Farm and over by the church
Are
on
we
River
getting
Road.
overwhelmed with all of these apartments, or is it just me?
We'd have to talk to Alex and Bill on that.
Yeah, okay.
I would say that in the current budget, there's a plan to look at what our limits of our growth are as far as environment or engineering wise. There's height limitations with water pressure and different other things. We're trying to more or less get a handle on how far we could grow so we can better plan what goes in what location.
Yeah, we definitely have a, kind of a study, put together for our water growth for future, and a lot of it's water and sewer going west.
You were saying. I look at it another way. They're going to teach class tomorrow at the university. That I get, but they've been putting in all these apartments and everything. It's gonna be a lot of new kids. And all of a sudden the school is gonna start. And then if they pass it, we're already gonna do more this year. How much we take. It's just, I'm a teacher, but we gotta be sort of like, we can't just build for the sake of building anymore because we won't be able to afford it.
No, that's something that the village board is gonna have to, we have to speak up at the board meetings and let them know. I
I
mean,
mean, there is.
correct. You need
There's
input, you need
a type
input.
of growth where you can project and go, okay, now we can build an extra 300 units. We can take that on now after we've paid off something. It feels like we're just gonna keep buying and combining, and I know eventually they're gonna go, oh, we need all this new space. And everyone's gonna get hit with it.
I'd say is some of that where I talk about the limits to our growth, a lot of that area hasn't been planned, so we don't know what, say a comprehensive plan use would be for those things.
Yeah.
But
I thought we were supposed to get
also,
commercial out there too, though,
yeah, I think
more
really,
commercial.
Yeah,
There's
there's,
a lot
I
of
would think
commercial
by
this
the
time.
interstate.
There
Yeah.
would be more commercial, wouldn't it? I mean, who'd wanna live?
but what I wanted to say to history, I remember when it was John Bales, there was a lot of talk because we had a lot of residential development come in at the time. Now it's pretty much all built out. There's all the subdivisions that are pretty much built out. But I would just remember him talking that, say, growth was actually good for the school district based on whatever formulas that they used back then. And that's where we tried to set up a growth of like about 2% a year. I remember that was part of the conversation when we were doing the FUDAs and stuff, working with Windsor, and it's just to try to keep that 2% growth for the school district.
Aren't we
So
over
there could-
2% though?
That I don't know.
I
know-
think we're,
We're at capacity, we
well
couldn't
over.
take any students from any other district could not come to our schools. There's no room. They couldn't take another.
but anyways, okay, so let's come back to the meeting.
Yeah.
That's more like a village
That's a heavy
board
one.
meeting and,
Yeah.
yeah, that's another thing, so.
Thank you.
We
Yep.
got the map for the sewer line, extends north of Culvers. So equipment replacement. So just kind of a quick overview. Most of our vehicles are on a rotation for 10 years. We used to trade them into the company that we were buying the new vehicle from. Now we're putting on Wisconsin surplus and getting a lot more money for the vehicles, just like our jet vac truck. They're only going to give us 100 something, and we got 200 something, over
Wow.
116,000 more than what they were going to give us.
I love that site.
So that was amazing. I was really excited when I saw that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Buy some Christmas lights.
Yep. Well, when the jet vac truck costs, so the jet vac truck we trade in every 7 years because we get more money for it. So they're not cheap. They're really expensive trucks. But so this is truck 13's streets truck that we converted into a street truck. So it used to be a water truck. So it's a 2013. It's got over 112,000 miles. We're looking to add another message board to help better serve the residents on projects. The message board you saw on one was ours, and I actually borrowed one from Windsor. That was on Main Street in Acre. So having two, we could put on both sides ends of a project. So, someone who doesn't go the other way, they'll get the message. Hey, we're starting. Right now we have one that's stored at our Shanku storage site. It's roughly 15,000 for a message board. Looking at upgrading a utility truck, water utility truck. It's got over 97,000. Starting to see wear and tear. So we plow with these trucks too, so they see extra wear and tear. So we've got a Bobcat Brutus, which is this little machine right here. Which they're starting to show their age. They don't make these vehicles anymore. They come with plows and sweepers and all sorts of stuff. Looking to start replacing these with like a side-by-side that we can put a front plow on for trails, and we can actually use them for working up ball diamonds. Yeah.
And warranties come with these.
With the side-by-sides, yeah, they're only like a year or two warranty. I think they're a year. Not very long.
Like everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. So yearly trade-ins, we get 2 tool cats now for $5,500. New skid steer is traded in yearly, and then our Skag mower is traded in every other year. The reason for these trade-ins is we get better pricing for new equipment. We don't have to worry about them breaking down, and if they do break down, they're covered under warranty. And the mowers they get beat up.
With all the new parks, do you need more mowers? I mean, machinery?
Right now we're doing pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 2 11-foot mowers, batwing mowers
Yeah.
that go out, and then 2 of the Skag mowers.
Yeah.
Maybe if we
Just
keep
curious,
adding, we might
because-
have to add another big mower. But those 11-foot mowers are amazing.
Yeah.
They do a lot of work quickly. And that's it for
Any other
that.
questions or comments or, yeah, thank you, Greg.
There was one more slide. You guys
Oh.
probably got it.
Oh,
Yeah, that one, that kind of an overview of everything. That's from Carol. So
of course, it's a spreadsheet.
yep. Yep.
Do we always pay for like the pistols and all of that for the ED?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Yep.
always have?
Yep.
Okay.
Then I can't remember. Those are getting aged out, and they're starting to, actually, I think, fall apart, and they don't want
Yeah.
issues if they ever have to use them. So
No, Chief Olson explained it in detail during one of our village board meetings.
yeah.
Made a lot of sense.
Not from use from actually, it's used like from practice and things.
Smack us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that much use here.
No. Thank you.
Right.
Over the year, about it.
So this whole presentation was given to the village board at our was it the last village board meeting? Yeah, last week. Seems so long ago.
2 weeks.
Or was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. And so we kind of went through it in great detail and, we asked a lot of questions. And I think everything was answered satisfactory and, nothing really stood out. And I know for myself, I haven't really heard from any residents, maybe two, about a couple of things on here, and that's about it. So there's no big uproar about it. I mean, you look at these figures and you think, boy, these are some big dollars, but we have a lot of things to maintain and replace. So I think it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, as we grow, the budget's gonna have to increase too, so we're adding more roads, more street signs, more, sidewalks, more trails. I mean, gotta keep up with things and replacements too, so.
So the total cost this year of the projects planned is almost 15,000 15 million, excuse me, if I'm looking at it right.
Oh, yeah, if you include everything, yeah,
Yeah. What was it for this year?
about that.
Okay. So we're
Yeah,
pretty
15 to
steady.
I'd say 15 to 20 million.
You guys are still pursuing state and federal grants?
Mhm.
Did they talk about, anything about the projected debt levy increase?
At our village board meeting? No. I don't think that came up.
I didn't hear it come
No.
up.
No.
I would say we
Hopefully.
talk about that stuff more when we get all the budgets put together and Carol starts giving her presentations too.
I think it's on the October 7th meeting
That's
is
just-
when that's projected for us to have that conversation.
They're looking to approve
In
the
November.
budget, second Tuesday or the second meeting of November,
November, yeah.
if everything goes well.
I wanted
And
to
everybody approved.
mention some about the plan or the spreadsheet, I'll say. I think it's been a prerogative of Bill that he's moving a number of things out of the operational budgets into the capital improvement budgets. Just to help, say, keep that consistent. So you don't have like a police car in the operational budget and sort of throwing their whole budget out of whack. The CIP is more about like a 10-year plan.
Yeah, 10-year plan, yeah. Well, we have a 5-year plan, but we wanna, at some point, get to 10 years. But it's just like the lighting project for the library. I had it in the operational facilities maintenance fund. Well, I moved it to the CIP. So you don't get that spike in the budget.
I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing pistols or whatever is probably one of those things that got moved.
I think they
Mm.
say anything over like,
What does, the revenues applied, it's 500,000 here, what is that?
it's like cash that we have on hand.
Okay.
So like the 500,000 for the parks,
Mhm.
that's park impact fees that we've already collected from developments. So we have to start spending that, otherwise
We
we'll
talked
start
about
having to give it back. And we don't wanna give
Every
it back.
year we have.
You don't.
No.
Didn't we talk about this last year too, about park impact fees and
Well,
starting to spend them?
Yeah, we would have talked about it for sure with the comprehensive outdoor recreation plan,
Yeah.
just of seeing like, should we increase our fees and then two of just being mindful, because yeah, we don't spend them after 7 years and we have to give them back, and I don't think we're in the business of wanting to give them back, so.
And your equipment replacement program, 200,000,
Yeah,
that's what you get when you sell all of that, or?
no,
Well,
but
that's-
200,000 is what it's gonna cost to
Cost.
replace those vehicles or add or replace the
All
vehicles.
okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't include what you're gonna get for selling,
No,
okay.
Okay. Are we ready to vote on this?
I-
No,
no,
no, no,
we
no,
don't?
for a vote.
Oh, I thought we were voting on that.
I
Oh,
just,
sorry.
7.3.
Oh,
I think I
I'm
did.
sorry.
I might have actually. accidentally- I apologize.
Oh, no. Wait, oh, yeah, okay, but it's 3 and 4.
Yes.
Okay,
3 and 4.
gotcha,
My
gotcha,
bad.
gotcha, all right, never mind. All right, are we ready for 7.3?
Think so.
All right. And I think you're up again, Greg, right?
Sure. So Tree City USA, annual resolution, gonna bring this to the board. actually Thursday. And it's just basically, so every year that we apply for Tree City USA, we have to have the board's gotta have a resolution, observing Arbor Day and proclaiming, that we're a Tree City USA member.
We plant every Arbor Day too, don't we?
Yeah.
We do on April 20th, on Arbor Day, and Friday, April 26th this last year.
So there's some like requirements for us to be a part of this every year. I think we've been a part of it for over 25 years. But you have to hold it like either an educational event or like actually like a tree planting event. You have to have like I think a list of all of the
Like what we do for what we plant every year and how much it costs to plant these trees and our tree trimming. Like even if we hire a contractor, we gotta keep track of that and put that in this.
Had a tree spade or something too.
No, just have to keep track of what we do, how we maintain our trees and introduce new trees. Which we're fairly fortunate because we got a lot of development and the developers are paying for all these trees to be put in, which at some point we'll have to have staff members just be on urban forestry because we're getting a lot of trees. And 10 years from now, these trees are gonna get big and gonna have to be out there a lot and trimming.
Can I get a motion? To approve? I motion. I think Eric was better.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, you took Eric first, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
All right. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Passes unanimously. Okay, 7.4, discussion and recommendation for Reagan Park Plan.
Do you want to take this one too, or? Tell me.
Yeah, do we have anything?
Yeah, there should be, if you want to stop sharing. Should be the concept. So the Savannah Brooks area, which is down by where the DeForest Yards is, they're putting in more single family homes that got approved. So as part of that development, they are required to provide parkland. And so it's enough for a mini park is really what is required. I think it's one of the tabs. Or no, you
Lost it.
see that? Oh, yeah.
There we go.
So with Tierney Park already being down there, and we also have Regstead Park down there, and with DeForest Yards, going in, the discussion was, I don't think there's a lot of huge needs for this park. So working with Don Tierney, who's the developer of that area, one of the things that Don likes to do is that he likes to put the parks in while he's doing all the streets and development. So the park improvement fees all go into an escrow account. And then the village has to approve what the park plan is going to be. Then he puts it in and then basically gets the park impact fees done or back after the park is installed to the village's approval. So from that, Don met with Judd, Greg, Bill Chang, and myself, and brought forward this plan of putting in one pickleball court and an open air shelter with some parking stalls, and the mailboxes I think will be on that. Technically it's the north end of that park. And it's something that I think us as staff are all favorable of. Again, we don't feel like there needs to be a lot, but wanted to bring it before the committee to see, because then it'll ultimately have to go in there.
If this is a Tierney development, those are gonna be big homes, aren't they?
Yeah.
These are the big-
These are gonna be smaller houses, yeah. They're not as big as the other ones, I don't think.
But
I don't.
Yeah, looking, because I think this has to go into the development agreement ultimately, that we have approved this park plan and that they're good to move forward with it, so.
I'll see if I can get GIS up and
Yeah, I was trying to find it. No, it's me in Tennessee.
Yeah, so he gave the recommendation for the park name. I mean, it doesn't have to be named that. I think he came up with that because the two streets around it are, one's Nancy Reagan, I think the other one's Ronald Reagan, so
Yeah.
it was just kind of like, well, then should we just
slow.
name it Reagan Park?
That kind of makes sense.
Right. I personally don't really like coming up with park names. I feel like it's terrible whenever we have to try to come up with a name. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I think they already have the streets name. They wouldn't need to.
Yeah, it didn't sound like he was
Something that.
I
Yeah, something different. It's just sort of like, he gets and he's been dead, how many, 25, 30 years? He get everything named after him anyways. It's like,
Yeah, but
come up with something better.
Oh, here's Highway 19. Savannah Brooks or Savannah Drive, and then here's that park.
There's already that park that's right near there, right? Yeah.
There's Trinity Park right
Yeah.
here, and then Regstead Park is down here.
I get your concern about, changing the name, but by having it Reagan Park, knowing, like, if people are familiar with that area, know that Reagan Lane, Nancy Reagan Lane and Ronald Reagan Drive, it's gonna help know where it is.
Mhm.
And I guess.
the dog's name.
Good guess. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jim.
Right.
So, but when we're voting on this, are we actually voting for the name?
No.
We're not.
No, just the design kind of layout of it. Everybody favorable on like this is parking right here.
About what, 5 or 6 cars?
Probably it's 6, yeah. And then the little, I think it's a 24 by 32 open air shelter. Now this is mailboxes, so it's already gonna be there, but then there's one pickleball basketball court.
How many homes are going up?
60?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 60.
No, I just a question, but more interesting. If he's gonna have his own little settlement there, would it make more sense?
Settlement?
Well, I don't know what, you know.
Oh my gosh.
development. It's tyranny, no, it's tyranny, so let's be honest. But I'm curious, instead of just another park, why not put like a community house there?
So he's required to provide parkland, so we can't tell him he has to put a community house. I mean, we could say that we don't want the parkland and he would have to pay improvement fees, but
Let's get a park in.
I feel like it makes sense for a mini park there.
Can I bring up some concerns? Because I was looking at the corpse plan. And in the corpse plan, it mentioned this park just a couple times. That actually called it a beer garden.
Yeah, that was like the first thoughts is what he had was like an open air shelter and it would be called a beer garden, but I kind of went away.
I looked at the final development plan and like you said, it mentioned open air shelter / gazebo, fire pit and open field area. So to me, that's pretty much what he promised, which I think is that minus the pickleball. So I think that's positive if he's adding the pickleball.
And this is probably just adding the pickleball basketball court thing is probably $75,000-$80,000.
Yeah, I think when we talk to him, he's probably gonna end up putting more money into it than he probably needs to from what we would owe him, but we won't owe him anything extra.
Tends to be what he does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You overindulge.
He likes it.
It's okay.
You know,
Right.
He likes.
and he seemed pretty excited about this little park, so.
Yeah, he brought the idea of the pickleball. It wasn't anything that staff had actually asked for. And he just knows that it's really popular. I say that I know that in my neighborhood, we have like a single court and it's nice because it tends to be just local users then. It's the people who live in that area that walk. You don't have serious players that come to a single court because they normally want to play against multiple people at the same time. So.
I would say my design comments is I think that the shelter should be connected to the sidewalk for ADA compliance type thing.
He
I was not
said,
much of a,
he said there's gonna be a trail around there and sidewalks. I do know, he said that. he was
We just
gonna
haven't
do-
figured that out.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
It's not mapped in this yet.
okay.
I personally like a couple of bike racks too. So,
Anything else you want there?
I think we could easily do the bike.
we got all sorts of
Yeah.
bike racks. We can, if it's
Well,
not
it's
added,
not
we can do it.
there'll be a sign, I don't know if it'll be Tyranny or us, so I would think there'd be some additional landscaping and stuff. Guess I'm just accepting into the concept right now.
Right.
It'll go above your expectations, I think, once he's done. Cause he's got expectations that he wants to meet, so.
I recommend this plan to the village board for approval.
Okay, Don makes a motion.
I'll second it.
Stacy seconds. All in favor? Aye. Those not in favor? Passes unanimously. Hey, department updates, public service update.
Highway V. Project's ongoing. Finally got Main Street opened up, the intersection at V and Main, which is nice.
Nice.
Pavement markings will come later once we get the rest of V done. But at least the intersection's open and, traffic to most of the businesses are available now.
I was wondering today, so with all that nice work you guys just did, is that construction gonna damage any of it? Where they're taking down the liquor store and stuff?
No, so they'll come off of Main Street, that's not, part of the project, and the road is built, for heavy vehicles, so. We've got 18 inches of base and 5 inches of asphalt, so. And we test roll everything with a fully loaded dump truck before they even put the base down. So it's built for.
Was there any thought of putting stoplights there? I know one time we talked, a few years ago, they talked about it. Did that come up at all?
That didn't really come up. I mean, it seems like the intersection's working. There's certain times of the day where it's busy, 3 o'clock, maybe morning rush hour, but the rest of the day it works well. We did talk about a roundabout there, but there's not enough land there either, so,
Another.
yeah, so that's not gonna happen, so,
It'd be a mini roundabout.
yeah.
Okay.
Dennis Drive is complete for the most part.
Oh, good.
Some minor landscaping things, so it's all paved, and I
That's
think
great.
most residents are pretty happy that it's finally done. And
It's a lot of months.
back, we're putting up gates. Part of the approval to use that back gravel driveway behind Dennis Drive was that we had to install gates. So people can't drive back there anymore and rut it all up.
Oh,
So we're installing those gates this week.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, cause it's actually private property.
But you can ride your bikes back then? Will you still be able to get your bikes back
Oh,
then?
you probably could. Technically, you're trespassing.
Oh,
So it's
where the gates
all,
are gonna-
yeah, it's all private. All the land back there, besides Marvin and Marie Schreier Park is, private.
What's that culvert pipe? Was that part of the Dennis Drive?
That was part of the Highway V project. Yep. Well, have to pave that, later on, but we'll have flaggers and keep that open. That's probably good enough.
Okay. We're going to ground snake.
He's getting tired.
He's like, okay, we need to take it.
You want to do my update or?
Yeah.
Hoping they could do that.
Recreation and community enrichment update, please.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think actually what we have. We had Yahara River Fest on the 6th. That went really well. We had over 1,000 participants again. I think we had 1,400 roughly. So many people came through. So we went through 500 ducks this year. We got 400 pumpkins, which normally we've gotten 300, and we went through all of those.
It was such a nice day.
Yeah, we've gotten very, I have to keep knocking on wood because we get very fortunate with it. Trots Unlimited came and did a demonstration down by the fishing tournament that we had going on. We had a kid that caught a 12-inch
12-inch
bass, yeah, from Sunfish Pond. So
Really?
And we've caught the biggest bluegills I've seen out of there in recent years. I mean, we're catching 8-inch bluegills,
Oh, really?
which are as big as your hand. So,
Almost as good as Monona.
You know, I
Mhm.
think there was a question on that. Can adults fish there, or was that just for kids? I think
the
when we
the
first started
answer that we give is we discourage adults fishing there. It's mainly for kids, but we can enforce it.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we just ask people,
I think we put a sign up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Is there a sign?
It,
That says
yeah,
something to
it's
that
I
effect?
can't remember what it is, by the bridge or by the dock.
yeah,
Gotcha.
I think it's like as you're walking out on the dock or something, it might be like a sign right there.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Reese.
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
So yeah, we're happy. Our next events coming up we'll have the holiday tree lighting and then the candlelight hike that will be both in I think December this year.
Yes, for future discussion, I know I've talked with you or Tricia that they're talking about maybe moving some of the events around to better space them out too.
Yeah, so right now we are looking at next year moving the candlelight hike up into November, just because we don't really use it as like a snow event and preferably don't want it. It's snowing for the event. I guess I didn't run this by Greg, but
Hunting season.
What's going on? I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that.
I think it's before hunting season. so
Oh,
really-
We can work it that way,
Yeah.
right?
But and some of the discussion is like, is there a need for us to have 2 events in 1 week? And that if we can kind of space them out better, how will that impact? I mean, we do have good attendance for both of those events already, but I think spacing it out makes a little more sense and is also a little nicer on Trisha to not have to try to do 2 in one week. So we're looking at that, and we are looking at do we add a third night market, because those were obviously very successful this year. We might look to see if it's something that we can add as part of Yahara River Fest. But as of right now, we've kind of started to lock in all of our 2026 dates for events. And I think the biggest change really is the looking to move candlelight hike up. But otherwise,
Before Thanksgiving, but second, third weekend.
I think it was like the first or second week in November. I'd have to look at. It's always December, right?
Whenever you're available, Eric.
I know she just sent me all the dates, but what was the other one? I should have written these down. We're going to be presenting to the village board on Thursday. I'm sorry I didn't have it prepared in time to be able to present it for here, but we got all of our numbers from running the 4th of July for the first time this year. And just kind of looking for direction from the board of kind of what they want to see us to do going forward. Is it maintaining historically what the chamber has done and knowing those budgetary impacts, or do they want us to try to grow it by bringing in another big band on this 4th, or bringing in other activities, and kind of what we're projecting what those costs would be. So presenting that on Thursday, and hopefully having a good discussion about that. So those are kind of the real big things that are going on right now.
Remember how much we gave to the Lions?
It was a little over 9,000 is what we gave to them for the beer tent.
And that was 30%.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. And they were thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause they would almost take a loss on chicken,
Yeah,
so that's,
because chicken has gone up so high in the
Yeah.
price and they
I
couldn't.
think they said with the raffles and the chicken, they'd make it like $1,000, so.
Mhm.
And this was so much easier.
Mhm.
Yep. And I guess the
a
one other
win-win.
thing, yeah, the one other thing too is we are still working. I know some of this committee might have not heard of it, but we've been looking and reviewing sanction organizations for the last couple of years for usage of our outdoor facilities. So we're still kind of working on something. We've had discussions with the different groups this year saying that we're kind of looking at maybe proposing some changes. So hoping to still bring that before the committee and to the board before I'm out. So it's coming up quick.
How many more team things are going on? A lot in October yet, or?
Yeah, so we have flag football is happening right now, and actual football, but we don't run the actual football. But we'll host the end of the season league tournament that we're in. So I think over 50 teams will be at the athletic complex at the end of October. And then we are hosting fall ball right now at the athletic complex, and have I think 4 more tournaments out there that are going to be coming in October. So
Good.
Great. Natural resources update. I'm gonna guess that's
Yeah,
you, Greg.
sure. Yeah, I guess I don't really have much of an update. We are getting another pier set up at Sunfish Pond, so I'm hoping that comes here in September. I guess we're almost in September. End of September, I'm hoping that'll be in early October. That'd be on the north side where we installed a 6-foot walking path to that pier for ADA. That'll be going in. Other than that, Quarkus is continuing to do their work on the prairies. Actually, over on Meadowview Lane, we're in early October, we're going to be renting a backhoe to excavate out some stormwater ponds. Where West Lexington is and Deer Run, Meadowview Lane. There's 2 ponds back there. They're getting silted in and overrun by cattails, so we're gonna excavate that out and haul that off.
Okay.
Well,
All right. The only other thing that I wanted to say is that with this committee, so if you're not going to be able to make it, I would ask that you email Joelle. If you're going to be here, don't worry about it. But that way we're not all sitting here wondering, well, is so-and-so coming or not, or whatever. So if you're not going to be here, just let Joelle know. Otherwise, that's all I really have for this meeting. Did you
yeah,
have
I think the only other thing was talking about having an October meeting.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I think we had talked with where the survey is for the Park and Connect, if we wanted to have our October meeting, which I know typically we're doing that every other, so that we can see what the survey results are, go through, see if the voting maybe has changed, and if we want to modify the CIP, because really that would kind of be like the last opportunity to do it would be then. So then that would put the meeting on October 20th. That would be the 3rd Monday, and I think we have a standing reservation for every 3rd Monday
We do, yeah.
in Commons, so we would be back over at that room.
Yeah, we probably should have a meeting then.
Personally, for the October, because we could maybe not have a November, December. Or- Like
Yeah.
you said, then you can get into the budget. So.
Yeah, so
Right.
Grace will be gone and we can't hold these
Do we need to
without
vote
her.
on that? No, okay, all right, so let's plan to have the October meeting.
Okay,
And then we're not having November, December.
we can.
Well, well,
We'll do that.
things
Yeah, yeah.
might come up.
Yeah.
that we might.
And they're totally capable without me.
Presentation.
Yeah,
When does your maternity leave start?
Right now my plan is to work up to the Wednesday before Thanksgiving and then, be out, so.
That's her plan.
That's my plan. We'll see what the baby's plan is.
Right. Right. Never know. Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn? Eric's,
I'll second.
Dawn, second. All those in favor? Aye. And we're, meeting is adjourned. 7:25. Great, thanks, everybody.